Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to finale week. We're at the Silver Split. It's round 5. We're at Imola. It's an hour-long special, and I am joined this evening by the sexiest man in esports. Paul Glover's back in my building, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing, Paul?
I'm very well, thank you, Dan. Good to be here after other commitments have all been finished, so I'm able to join you in the booth. So you're not on your lonesome this evening for an hour race.
Yeah, we've been milking it for. Well, we had a special guest week 1 who very quickly fizzled out, and then
Frank Lampard, wasn't it?
Yeah,
good old Frank.
And then we've been single pringling it for the past 3 weeks, but it's good to have you back in the booth, and yeah, it's going to be fun.
Someone's saying you're only in their left ear, so you might want to check your audio.
Let me see. We've got a new microphone. We're looking good, sounding good in one ear.
It makes me want to buy a better headset now. But,
yeah, exactly. It really helps.
It cost me 30 quid, so yeah, bargain of the century.
I'm on stereo though. Why is it only coming through one ear? I don't know. Am I only coming through one of your ears as well, Paul? In Discord?
No, you're coming through both of mine.
Oh, I think it might be that problem with that person then. Unfortunately.
Okay, maybe.
And to answer
it depends. It depends. No, someone else is saying Dan is only left ear.
Oh well, you only get the left ear special this evening then. Yeah, Paul's not drunk, so we can play off that prediction to the two people that had this. Will Paul be drunk this evening? Prediction that we had in the countdown timer.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Well done. Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, well, we'll have to have a look afterwards, and you just have to only have your left ear on then, and I'll be in. Or just I'll turn myself up so loud that it sounds like it's coming through both ears. Oh well, who knows? Anyway, we'll have a look at the championship table. It's off to a fantastic. We're meant to have the fun after the race when we do our stream racer party at the end tonight after the race, while we wait for the championship table to update. But let's have a little look at the championship table, and we'll start at tier 4. Alejandro Shirabal smashing it. As simple as that, really, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, clear gap there, isn't there, in the tier 4 split? So yeah, I mean 4 wins on the board there. That's a solid performance, and we'll be seeing him in the gold split next season. Yeah,
definitely. And Jack Taylor, Pedro Fernandez are two names that are up there and are probably looking pretty safe. Obviously, it's double points this evening, but they've got a 20-point gap to Tondre and Bambawashe in 4th. Then we've got the other Fernandez brother in Louis, who looks to be being dominated by his brother this season. Obviously, Pedro picking up that 1 win this season. Brian Dowell, Scott Walker, obviously Scott Walker fan favourite and broadcaster favourite, if we're being brutally honest. The livery in the GTR itself looks amazing this season. And he done really well last week to get himself a top 10 at Mazzano. But let's head over to the tier 3, where it's very tight. It's still all to play for. We've got Fabio Sakinski sitting at the top on 4 wins, 149 points. David Cox sitting in 2nd place on 142 points and 3 wins. And I mean, it's between these two, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those two are in a class of their own, again, for promotion. And then you look down at 3rd. I mean, you've got 2 guys there, David Long and Alvin Strom. But you've got quite a few drivers around the 60-50 mark. So, anything's possible there, isn't it? So kind of like 3rd all the way down to possibly 11th. I mean, even Chattery might have a chance with the double points even. But that would mean the likes of Long and Strom and Esposito and so forth having a horrendous outing tonight. And anything is possible round a very tight Imola, as we saw in last night's bronze split. So
yeah,
which we shall never talk about again.
I mean, last night is anything to show, but I think a driver qualified P3, P4 ended up getting DNF just due to the absolute carnage. But everyone from 13th essentially up to 3rd is in with a shout. And for once, the pun writes itself. P3 to P2, Strom Long Cox. It's there for me. It's there for the taking, and I'm going to take it. So Strom, Long, and Cox battling it out for the final podium position of the championship, and most importantly,
well, I'm hoping the Duret's going to get in the middle of that, concoction. So
yeah,
you know what I mean.
He is your favourite, so that's
Duret, the best a man can get.
That's what that's the only reason you've wanted to commentate this season, is just to get that name, that saying in.
I've missed it. I've missed it. So, yeah, come on. I mean, to be fair, though, he is going to have a tough task tonight in the Lambo because it's not a track that is really meant for the Lambo. The Lambo is a big beast. It's very special around Monza, and that's probably, its strongest track in Spa and so forth because of the straights that it has. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how he performs this evening in the Lamborghini.
Yeah, I mean, and we're going to have to look at how the drivers are going to play out because the penalties are going to play a big deal. We're at week 5 now. Drivers running a culmination of penalty points throughout the whole season, and Daniel Durrett is one of those. He's one of those drivers that have got a grid penalty this evening. So he's going to be starting from the back. He looks to be very quick in free practice. He's up there in the top 10. But himself, Laszlo Nemeth, I believe, is 712. He's got a grid penalty. Who's 42? Let's have a little look at who 42 is. 42 is Battori. He was new last week, so he's picked up a grid penalty in 1 round by the looks of it, which is a bit catastrophic for him.
That's quite an achievement in itself, isn't it?
The bronzes have got to give us something. And car number 10, who doesn't look to be present on the grid at the moment, also have a grid penalty. Now, car 33 and car 19. Car 19 is Marcus Haller, and car 33 is Torsten Jadka. Both got pit penalties, so they'll be starting in the pit lane at the end of the race. So the big one is Daniel Durrett. That's the big fish that's been taken down. We saw it last night with Robert Dunn getting a start from the back penalty, and he came through to get a podium. So it's on the cards. And Daniel's definitely going to need to have that to put himself in contention to get promoted up into gold next season. Very good stuff. And just noticing that free practice has come into an end, so we'll be moving on to qualified very shortly. And just a reminder of those of you that are new to ACCSS that we really noticed it in free practice in the bronze. I wasn't really paying much attention to the track map here, but because the circuit isn't exactly one of the largest, it does get pretty packed quickly. And one of the things we noticed in bronze last night was, even though we split the qualified up into Am and Pros, everybody was bunched up together. Like, it just drives me absolutely insane. There's all this tarmac, and you're all fighting for the same space, and you've only each class has only got 15 minutes to make the most of it. So you would be expected a little bit using the brain power, a little bit of intelligence. Would be say, right, let their guys rush out, and just wait 30 seconds in the pits. All you got to do, and then just create yourself a bit of space on track. And that's why it's handy to have the track map up. But we saw a few bad rejoins last night as well. So again, I'm hoping to see something a little bit better from the silver split this evening than what I had to commentate on last night. And the thing is as well, obviously, the no overtaking rule in Sector 3. Sector 3 starts quite early round Imola. As you can see, as you'll see in the game, it's just before Acqua Minerale is where Sector 3 starts. So the drivers can't overtake from there. Now, qualifying has just started. We're just going to get into the action, and we'll swap over very shortly. Let's sort out the old overlays.
Are we going to have a prediction for the start of the race this evening, Daniel, son?
Yeah, we'll have a prediction for qualifying, and we'll have a prediction for the start of the race. Which car's going to be first out? 3, 2, 1, which is Ray Birch. Obviously, Mr. Bronze Split Manager. I saw you had quite a talking to with the drivers. Let's go over to the game stream so you can stop seeing our ugly faces, and hopefully it should come through. There we go. So Ray Birch, first driver out on track this evening.
What are your thoughts on Imola? Are you a fan?
I like it. I am a fan. We drove it a little bit in for the launch party. And we drove it a little bit in the launch party, and I really, really enjoyed it. Of course, I was driving the new Ferrari then. In the Aston Martin, it's good fun. It is good fun in the Aston Martin. So, I mean, it'll definitely be some fun for us guys in gold tomorrow. But we'll have to see. How it all plays out. But I enjoy the track. I do enjoy the track quite a lot.
Yeah, I think it's I was saying in the bronze stream last night that for me it's the opposite of Paul Ricard, is where Paul Ricard's a better track with others on it. And this is a track that I could just drive around because it reminds me a little bit of Portimao and Hungary, because it's kind of got those sweeping moments, and the middle, the in between corners 8, 9, 10 and all the way up until 14, 15. I really like that section because I feel like you can just sort of keep that momentum round. And I was watching some of the I was on the practice server yesterday, and I was watching some of the drivers, and it's amazing how many drivers don't, when they go through 11, 12, and 13, don't use all of the track. They don't go in as heavy as you think you can. They brake a little bit too early and don't carry enough speed. So I'm sure there'll be drivers that will be like that this evening, and there'll definitely be some opportunities to overtake around here as we ride on board with Mr. Birch. So.
Yeah, so Ray Birch's first car out on track this evening, going to be starting off the orders. We've set the prediction for a 142 from the Tier 4 drivers. So do you think any of our Tier 4 drivers will get into the 142s? I saw, I think it happened yesterday from the Tier 5s and 6s, so could be possible. I'm more thinking for my own pace, and I wouldn't see a 142 with my eyes closed. So Ray Birch here. Like I said, I need a car that's going to eat as many of the curbs as possible around here. So some of these front engine cars, like the Aston, like the Lexus, really, and also a good example is the Bentley as well. Really enjoys eating those curbs as much as possible, and that's where you're going to gain the most time, I expect, coming through Imola this weekend.
Yeah, so coming down to the left-hander, this is my favourite section of the track. You can run a little bit wider there, no, not to invalidate his lap, but his lap is still valid at the moment. He's done a 31.1 in sector 1, and we go now up the hill. You can hit those curbs, those sausage curbs on the right, but you want to avoid the ones as you come out of up the hill down the left-hand side, because that can really disrupt the car into the braking zone around about 50. Try and hit that. He missed the first apex, which is unfortunately, he's therefore carried too much speed into the second corner, but not terrible, but I think there's definitely some room for improvement coming down the hill. I often miss the braking point here, and again, you want to make sure you're over to the right, hug it, touch the apex, has missed the apex, runs a little bit wide there, and then into the final corner, and again, try and use as much as the curb on the exit to get up. So yeah, he did a 37.6 in the middle sector, so his overall time will be, I think, a 146 something. It was a 145.5. So yeah, not terrible, but definitely some pace to be found there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of the drivers to look out of is obviously the guys that are up there, but the Tier 4 being solid as you like at the moment. Chirabal, is he in the server actually? I've not seen if he's in the server.
Schultz's just set a fastest lap of 1:4.44. So that, and then Pedro Fernandez now goes even faster with 1:43.1. And all the drivers are now starting to set their lap. So yeah, Luque just popped in there with 1:45.9. Jack Taylor with a 1:43.2. Yeah, they're all absolutely going for it. So it's just great to see. We got Erwin Schultens is showing us on an out lap. So I think he might have invalidated his previous one, potentially. So yeah, it's good to see. So this is Chirabal, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I've been going for Chirabal, I don't know. I mean, like we know, they should know by now. If they've got weird sounding names, I'm going to say them wrong. So
goes to the third position. We're
yeah,
1:43.8.
So these three here at the top here, God, I'm actually a proper tramp this evening. Here, reverse order of the top three in the standings. So Fernandez is in third, Taylor in second, Chirabal in third. We haven't got timings up this evening. It's not up to date at the moment. It should be back ready to go for Season 6. And if you want more information on Season 6, you're going to find that on an extra special stream on Monday night. It's going to be at 6 o'clock UK time, which is 5 o'clock UTC. And it'll be myself just talking through some extra bit, reviewing this season and talking through some bits for next season, as well as announcing the tracks. We've got some good, interesting changes coming for next season.
Wang's just popped in there with a 1:43.3, so takes third position at the moment.
Absolutely flying is Wang. Absolutely loves it. Oh, this is the first week you can get in on the jokes.
Yes. yeah.
So we've
got Wang.
We've got Strom. We've got Wang. We've got
Long somewhere.
Long. We've got Cox.
Yeah.
We've got Grace.
Yeah.
We had Grace as well. So that fit in. Who else do we have fit in?
So you've got Fernandez and Fernandez, top two at the moment.
Oh, it's the battle of the brothers. They are brothers as well, by the way. So
yeah, so that is tight.
Yeah.
I mean, the top three is tight, really. I mean, honestly, I mean, it's tight all the way down to 8th. I mean, the second. Oh, and someone else just popped in there. I didn't see that. I think it might be Walker, 1:44. So,
where's
yeah.
Scott? There he is. Yeah,
So
Scott
Rubber
Walker's
Diggy
down in 7th.
Rapids. Oh, we so the yeah, we also have a Rubber
Yeah, they're
Diggy
spread across.
Rapids.
They're spread across all 3 splits this season.
Yeah. So yeah, Alice McGuigan. I think it's a reference from a film, and I forget which film it is. So
Yeah, I think Scott Walker, Alice. There's someone. Oh, who is it that's in gold? There's someone in gold as well. They're all racing Silverstone as well together, which is good to see.
okay. So Fernandez and Fernandez are both going faster at the moment. Also, Scott Walker's 0.4 up at the moment. We're looking at,
and this definitely could break the 42 mark as well. Looking at the time that the Fernandez brothers are up on their laps. Wang splits the Fernandez brothers. There's a tight gap for him to squeeze into.
Oh.
And then Bambawashe actually goes pole by 3 1,000ths with a 1:43.1.
Scott Walker's about to come across the line, so let's just see where he pops into.
2 tenths between the top 7. This is great to see on the final week. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, Walker into 7th. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff.
I thought Fernandez... one of the Fernandezes has gone pole. We've got to the 42s. 42.8 from Luis Fernandez, who's changed his livery by the looks of it, I think. They've both changed their livery. One of them was purple, and one of them was blue. Now they're both blue with a different... One's with a red top, one's with a green top.
No, I can see that Jack Taylor's 0.4 up, 0.3 up at the moment. So, but he's got a Ferrari ahead of him there. So potentially going to interfere with his lap. But he will be moving into the 142s if he can keep that up. So we've joining the 142 club. I'm sure he's trying to do that as we got Walker in the pit, Dowell in the pit. We've got a Dowell in bronze split. Is that any relation?
No idea, to be honest with you, mate.
Okay, we've got Adam Rayner. Mr. Adam Rayner. 12.
That's the worst impersonation I've ever heard.
Get out there, Paul. Get out there.
It sounds like, who is it? Who done blankety blank? Cilla Black. That makes you sound like Cilla Black. That.
Surprise, it's still in here.
Next predictions up in the chat. Which Fernandez brother will out-qualify who? Louis or... Look at the gap is always 3 1,000ths. That's the 4th 3 1,000th that I've seen.
Just absolutely tight.
Louis Fernandez was 3 1,000ths ahead of Pedro Fernandez. Then Jack Taylor went in pole, and then Bambawashe's just beaten him by 3 1,000ths.
Rayner's throwing his game time away. He's probably gonna do a high 143 here, just about maybe. No, stays in the 144s. Come on, Rayner, you're better than that.
Next predictions in chat. Who's going to out-qualify whom? Louis or Pedro?
That's too tough to call that. I mean,
no one's putting their wife coins on that one this evening.
No, that's a tough one. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I'd avoid that. I don't think the odds are good. Okay, so the man currently in poles on a lap as well. He was slightly up, but he is again. So he's looking to gain some more time. Pedro Fernandez isn't currently up on his time. Neither Fernandez brothers are any better, but I think Louis might be in the pits potentially. But we got just under 5 minutes left for these guys to do their quali. He's thrown his time away. Bawashi.
Yeah, Louis on his out lap at the moment. Wang is up. Love to see a Wang that's up at the moment.
Yeah, Wang has always got to be up.
Jack Taylor's found time in the last corner. This could be enough to put him on pole. Oh, he was invalidated. But he did get the set of 142.6. So he's got about 2 temps in him on top of Bambawashe at the moment.
We got Erwin Scholtens is currently going faster with 0.4, so he's going to head into the low 143s with this. So bumping up a few places, maybe up to 6th.
Oh, it's so tight. He's only 8th.
Yeah, 8th. So and Bruce Hughes is it in
Bruce's.
car?
Bruce's.
Loose. So car 811. Aston Martin. very much ACCSS colours there. Is that intentional, I'm guessing?
I think so. Chris McKenna is about to put in an extra 3 tenths on his time.
Going to hit the 143.
Look at the top 11 within a second. It's nuts.
That's mad, isn't it? Mad. Great to see, though.
Looks like Adam Rayner's going to join the party as well. He's 5 tenths up at the moment.
He is, but he's got a car ahead of him.
And a long old way to go as well in his lap.
Yeah, he has. So, who is that ahead, I wonder? Because it might be they could get out the bloody way if they haven't ruined their lap. If they're up, then they're up. But
it's Cube who is up as well.
Yeah, so...
Well, Cube's flirting with being up, but I think even a flirt is enough to even gain a position. Look at the 9th to 11th. Less than 100th in between them all. It's absolutely nuts.
That's madness. Rayner's tried a little bit of time away, but he's gained it on the exit out of the corner there. That's good to see. So he's 5 tenths up. This is going to be important. This chicane's where you can win and lose it. Rides the curbs nicely. Oh, gets a little bit of a wobble on. Throws a little bit of time away. Ooh. Now 2 tenths up only. McKenna's also 2 tenths up.
Scott Walker found an improvement as well. But it's down to the
Come on, Rayner. McKenna's nearly... Oh.
McKenna's behind him and is 3 tenths up as well. I think that
but he just tried a little bit of time away there. So it's tight, isn't it? It's very tight.
Yeah, definitely is. Adam Rayner finds about a 10th. He finds a 10th. Chris McKenna's next in.
Still not the 143s though. It's a bit disappointing. Yeah, you heard that, Rayner.
He's got a 44.010. And Paul's like, disappointment. Get out.
Yeah, yeah. Louis Fernandez is currently up 3 tenths as we look at Chris McKenna.
And Bamba Washe's ahead of him on track and also up 2 tenths.
He is, yes. In the Aston. I'm a big fan of the Aston.
Oh, gets a bit of a slide on into that there. Yeah. Love that.
I think he might get away with that though. Yeah. Oh, Taylor's also up 2 tenths. Who's ahead
of him.
Up ahead, yeah.
So this is the last. Well, they're going to have one lap in between here as well.
Yeah, he's thrown a little bit of time away. Well, they're both thrown their time away, but by the looks of it. So what can he get out coming at the final corner? Yes, there we go. He's found 2 tenths there. Oh.
The thing is, though, if he can bank this 2 tenths, he knows he's got about another 3 in that last sector going into the last. If he can nail that,
he's got to carry. There he goes. He goes top. Look at that.
And Bamba Washe trying to get as close to that wall as he possibly can. Yeah, doesn't find any improvement. Michael Wang next to come. Wang and Oos both up, both right behind each other there. You can see the 107 and 52 on the minimap. Well, 811 was Bruce Oos actually, and he was up and he's thrown it away into a wall.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
And that's going to be curtains for Bruce Oos as well. Not going to have enough time to get a lap in here. So let's see.
Taylor's 4 tenths up currently. We'll keep an eye on him.
This is the last opportunity for these guys then. Michael Wang needs to find 0.56 of a second. He's up 2 tenths at the moment, and he's going to look to put him hopefully on the second row of the grid. But look at the gap between Louis and Pedro. It's been like it the whole qualifying. 3 1,000 separating them. Pedro's given up. So Louis out qualified, and we can pay that prediction off shortly. Michael Wang is up. So Michael Wang closes that gap down. He gets out into 5th in the end as we see our pro drivers now exit in the pit lane.
Oh, Taylor's thrown it all away. He was doing so well. He was up.
So but he,
to be fair though, I mean, his competition is kind of in the pits now. So, yeah.
So Louis out qualified Pedro, and the next one is going to be a 141 from tier 3. Yes, no. Martin Cube is the last driver from tier 4 out on track at the moment. Michael Wang is there, but is completing an in-lap.
Yeah.
Who's 977? 977 is David Long. He looks to be the first car. He's got number 12 right up his backside. So I'm hoping that will thin out as they go around.
You'd hope, wouldn't you?
I don't even know who number 12 is. Oh, Alvin Strom. So hopefully they should thin themselves out. Martin Cube then Crosses the line, doesn't find any improvement. Oh, did he find an improvement? Sorry, I think he may have found a little bit of an improvement. Just hadn't caught up on the time.
I wasn't really paying
Oh
much
no, he didn't. But here we go then. David Long starting the pro tier, the tier 3 drivers. He's starting that first flying lap for him. He has got number 12 for company up his backside, so they've not managed to find themselves an ample gap.
Well, it's on Strom really to find that gap,
Yeah,
isn't it? He's the chasing car. So
only going to impede himself at this point, David Long.
This is it. Yeah, but I mean, look behind. 7, 7, 6, 6, 3, 1, 8, 9, 50. It's like, do you
and then
guys
the gap between 59 and 75.
I know. Like engage the brain. I mean, it's not rocket science. Just find some space. It's unbelievable. It's like they panic because they only got 15 minutes. But what's the point of being out there if you can't? If someone else is going to potentially impede your lap? It's just ridiculous. No, I expected better from the Silvers.
We haven't got to turn one. We haven't got to the start-finish line yet on the straight.
Madness, absolute
David
madness.
Long there needs to be throwing that into Akron Minerale as much as he can. Needs to can grab a little bit of those 3 little yellow sausages you saw on the side there on the exit, but not too much of them before he invalidates. So
it's this one that a lot of people get it wrong because the curves on the inside, you know, are quite brutal, and actually on the exit as well. And then you've got the 3 sausage curves there. As you come out of the chicane, so it's there's time to be gained there, but there's also time you can just throw away.
Certainly is. 11 minutes then of hot flying laps. We've got a yellow flag.
Nice. That was a nice little bit. The car felt a little bit loose there. Yellow flag for car 31. I can spot that out on track. Moving again now though. Long goes into 12th with a 1:43.7, so not a bad banker lap.
And I believe he is up against Sakinski as well for the title this evening. Is it them two? No, it's Sakinski and Cox. So we need to see. Oh, Cambry straight in with a 42.3 goes pole off the bat. Cambry was looking on fire in free practice as well. So
no messing there. I mean, just makes everybody else in AM split look slow. Unbelievable. I mean, last night in the bronze split, we had 3 AMs in the top 4 during qualifying. It just seems to be one of those tracks that really mixes it up, and I think it's because it's a shorter track. So you tend to find that, you know, you see it in other motorsports, you know, like Red Bull Ring and things like that, because it's a smaller track. People don't have as many corners to make those gains that they would normally make. So.
Yeah, so this is David Cox. He's P2, 7 points behind the leader, and the gap, I believe, between, let's have a little look here. I believe the gap between P1 and 2 in double points is 10 points. So if Cox can win the race with Sakinski behind in Tier 3, I believe that Cox will take it. I'm just going to confirm that as I'm trying to bring up the scoring elite chart. Oh no, so the gap's 6 points. So Sakinski would have to finish in 3rd for David Cox. If David Cox wins, Sakinski has to finish 2nd to take the championship. If he finishes 3rd in Tier 3, he will lose the championship to David Cox.
Okay, so Cox is up 4 tenths at the moment. So he's heading towards a 1:42.4.
Sakinski, that's the same time as what Sakinski's done so far as well. He's jumped up into 2nd with a 1:42.38. So,
and he's going round again, but he's not currently up on his best. So David Cox is now half a second up. So getting closer to the 1:41s, and again 6 tenths up now. So making some good progress. This is the all-important chicane here, though. Oh, looks to ride the curbs quite aggressively. As he lost some time, he's lost 1/10. So not too shabby, really, in the grand scheme of things. But as you know, we can also gain some time in the final 2 corners. Into the first left-hander. Runs a little bit tight in, but not too bad. And probably could have taken a bit more the next apex. Lost another 10th. And he's 4 tenths up still. So yeah, 1:42.4.
Goes
there we
first.
go. Into third. 1, 2, 4, 4, as I predicted.
Alvin Strom next up. He was 3 tenths up going through the third sector. Last 2 corners to take.
Roundtree has just set the fastest first sector.
Flying, absolutely flying. Strom catches a bit of dirt on the way on the exit of the last corner. But we'll find an improvement here.
Something's happened to Roundtree. I can't select him in on my end.
Yeah, he's timed. I think he may have timed out. His car number 75, if you can see him on the track map anyway. I think he may have timed out the server. Cambry then puts in an absolute flyer and breaks the 41 marks. He's 41.8 then, Kevin Cambry. Can't believe
Nice
him.
one. Give me coins. Give me my coins. Give me my coins.
Michelle Espeto next up was up as well.
I lost a lot of coins yesterday, so that puts me back where I was. So, yeah. Dan isn't only left anymore. Have you changed anything?
Yeah.
Good lad.
I can
Good
fix
lad.
things. Yes, we will see a 140. Only 22% of you voted for that.
Losers.
Yeah, absolute nuts. So give
That'll
me all your
teach
wise
ya.
coins.
Yeah,
David
give me my...
Cox.
Yeah,
Switch
give me
spin?
my...
Yes, it was mono settings. I found the button and I ticked it. Well done, Nus Naka. David Cox is looking to put himself, he won't be putting himself on pole, but he's looking to put himself ahead of his championship rival Sakinski with this lap, and he does. He'll move
Very
up into
nice.
second. Martin Roundtree is, I believe, disconnected. And there's
Yeah,
no one else
something's
up on their lap at the moment. Let's go and have a little look at on board with Jesper Eriksson.
What's your favourite livery?
We have this. I do like Scott Walker's.
God,
I do like. Oh, you can't quite see it in that camera angle. Let me go to.
It's like a Jensen Button looking one, isn't it? Like a
Yeah,
brawn.
it's like a. Can't quite. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's a broad. Yeah, like a brawn livery.
Talking of brawn, did you watch any of the Extreme E in Jensen Button's livery in that? That's very boring.
No, I managed to catch. Oh, who was it? I caught the last two of the last order of qualifying of the first session this morning.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. I recorded it, so.
Is Sainz related to Carlos Sainz?
That's his dad, yes.
Oh, it is his dad that's driving.
Carlos Sainz Senior is his dad. Yeah.
No,
He won the Dakar in 2020.
Yeah,
so.
no. What I meant was, I never saw the car drive or the teams. I just saw the name Sainz in the timing screen.
Right. Okay.
If it had Sainz Senior, of course I would have known it was his dad and wouldn't have asked such
Have
a
you
stupid
seen?
question.
But do you know what Sainz Senior looks like?
Yeah, I've seen him in Drive to
right.
Survive.
Okay.
But I've not seen what any of the teams look like. Literally, the first thing I've looked at Extreme E was this morning when it came on the YouTube stream.
Alvin Strom into the final chicane is half a second up. Well, he's lost a little bit of time there. So again, that chicane really is a make or break moment on this circuit as he comes down into the hill into the second to final corner. And gains a little bit there. Can he continue that as he exits the final corner? No, but he didn't lose any. Oh, he's on the edge. A low 143 coming into play here. Going to move him into 14th, perhaps? 12th, even better.
Michelle Espirito up a 10th. Needs to find 9. See, that time from Camberley has blown the pack apart. Makes everyone else look absolutely questionable. But from 5th down to 22nd, 23, they're all within a second, which is nuts. Absolutely cray-cray. Jesper Eriksson, next driver up on their time, up a 10th at the moment. Only 4 minutes left this qualifying session. We're seeing getting a little bit congested there. David Long moving over to the side in his Aston Martin just to let Jesper Eriksson come through. I quite like this livery as well from Jesper Eriksson.
Yeah, I must admit I quite like that. When I asked the question, I actually quite like that blue on the Lambo.
Yeah.
I think it's like a dark blue with the yellow. Yeah, I like that. Looks good. Esposito.
Esposito. It's Despacito without the D.
Esposito. He is up at the moment. I think he's the only driver up because, like we say, Martin Roundtree keeps telling us he's up, but he's not on the server right now.
Guard
So,
sticks up. He's down in 27th at the moment, though, 2 seconds off the lead. Oh, he was up. He's lost some of his time. Eric Hodge is up, but only just started his lap.
But don't forget, we've got a few drivers like Jarrett, Halad, Nemeth, Batori, and Yadke not setting any times because they've got too many penalty points. Basically, they've been naughty.
Naughty people.
Naughty people, and they get told, like, you can't quali because you're naughty, like, innit?
Bruv.
Yeah.
Car that's leaving it very late into the qualifying is Jason Daly here in the Get Speed AMG. He's only set 1 lap so far, and there's only 2 minutes left of qualifying, so he might get 2 stabs at this. We'll jump on board Jason's AMG for this lap.
The Merc goes well on here. Espito's just gone into second. The 142.1. Nicely done. So it's still 3 tenths off the main man at the moment. So
Sakinski did find an improvement high enough to put him above David Cox, but was invalidated.
That's unfortunate. Chattery and Martins are both up on their times at the moment. Chattery's about to come across the line, so he'll be starting another lap. Chattery moves from 20th to 20th. He might have invalidated that.
So Jason Daly has invalidated. He's had a mare in the hairpin.
Jose Martins pops into 11th. So he was currently 19th. So he does a 142.9.
Joe Grace as well this evening, up 5 tenths on his time. Now, I've seen in the Discord this evening that actually he looks to be wearing some sort of boot on his right leg, as if he's broken his foot or a toe or something. So he's driving all left-footed this evening. So it's left foot brake and accelerator, which is even more weird than if it was right foot brake and accelerator like you would in a normal day-to-day car. He's having to drive all with the left foot this evening. Is Joe Grace. 5 tenths up at the moment though. He's got Alvin Strom chasing him down behind though, trying to get as much of a toe as he can. Alvin sat behind the BMW there. Both drivers going to find a substantial improvement to their time as well. Last chance now. Chatterjee 4 tenths up on his lap.
He was 5, but he's lost a little bit into the final chicane, which is the all-important one as far as I'm concerned. And gains, oh no, he did on the entry and then lost it on the exit. So that's the thing. I think some people don't sacrifice the entry enough for me, because a lot of the time it is about the exit. But he's gained. There we go. He's gained it there on the left-hander. Can he? He's lost it again. It's up and down. It's up and down.
All the time's gone there. All the time has disappeared.
Oh, that was a bad couple of corners, wasn't it? I see Jesper Eriksson's up 2 tenths at the moment.
And at the top of the tree, David Cox was up as well. He's only 9 1/1000ths off of Esposito in P2, who is in the pit, so has sacrificed any chance of getting a last lap Lando on board. But David Cox is up on his time, just behind the 177.
I think he'll go into 9th here, I think. If he can keep, well, he might have lost that time, unfortunately. No, there we go, 9th. I was bang on. It's good to see.
David Cox foot flat to the floor. He's got to get there. He does. Goes into 2nd then. So he's put that 1 car gap, which he needs. He needs a 1 car gap in between himself and Sakinski this evening to take the championship.
It's good to see. Good to see. Yeah.
And I'll keep going to click on Martin Roundtree. I might have to restart my broadcasting tool. Joe Grace was up on his time coming into the last corner. Sacrifice it goes into the pits. Jason Daly still, or has set a banker lap on a 1:45.3. He's coming down the last straight at the moment. Half a second up. He's going to be one of the last cars out on track this evening on a timed lap. If he can get this locked in, he finds 6 tenths, 7 tenths. He's going to have to find, could be enough to put in maybe 32nd, 31st. There we go, 32nd. Keith Griffith will be the last.
Again, as good as me guessing. That's like it's like a talent. It's a talent.
It's a talent.
It's a talent, mate. Yeah, it's a skill. You know. It's kind of like you're not born with it. You have to take years of
manipulate it. All the practice you need in the world. Yeah. There we go. Then Keith Griffith, last car to cross the line to finish off qualifying, and we're going to head to a very short ad break before we come back and hopefully bring you the action from race number 1. we are back then, ladies and gentlemen, and we are on the grid for race number 1. I'm going to just grab the controller. Slow it down a little bit. Oh, we're going to come out the ground. Huh. Come on, controller. It's the last race of the season, controller. You need to pull your stuff together. We're going to take a little look at some of these cars as we head into the final round this evening. It is ACCSimSeries. It is finale week of the Championship Series number 5, and have we got a show for you this evening? We've got an hour race around Imola, then we're going to have a short little stream racer party to celebrate the end of TCS 5 while simracing.gp sorts all the results out for us, and then we'll be heading over to crown our championship winner of season number 5, along with the top 3 that will be looking to get a promotion into Gold Split next season for Tier 3, and a Tier 4 top 3 as well, looking to gain promotion into Tier 3 and beyond. So let's go through the grid then. Canberry, absolute stonker of a lap, a 1:41.8, I believe, put himself on pole. David Cox needs his P2 in the championship, needs to have a car in between himself and Sakinski, which it does. It's Esposito on the grid. Sakinski is number 4. Taylor's number 5. And Bamba Washe 6. Fernandez and Fernandez qualify next to each other. 3 1,000ths off each other during qualifying. Ericsson and Strom. Then we see Wang, Martins, Hearn, Long, Chirabao, who the leader of the Tier 4 Championship, Barticus, Walker, Noah, Dool, Scholtens, Chatterjee and Hodge. And as we move further down, we see Daly, Grace, McKenna, Cube, Bahan, Gardstig, Rayner. And then we've got at the back of the order, Griffel, Use, Daly, Luque, Birch. And then our drivers who have failed to set a lap, Duret, Baturi, Nemeth, Jadka and Roundtree. Good to see that Roundtree managed to get himself reconnected to the server for the finale. It's a solid driver is Martin around Imola, so I have to keep an eye on his performance as we go through the race. Let us know in the chat who you're backing to take the win this evening. We'll start a prediction shortly. We'll just get these drivers off on their formation lap.
Have you paid out for the prediction that we got right about the 141?
I think I've paid that out already.
My coins didn't go up. What happened there?
I'll have to check to make sure I have paid it out, but I'm pretty sure I did. That's a nice looking livery from 63. Who's 63? I think that's Cube actually. Cube is 63.
Cube, yeah.
Oh, wrong camera. There we go.
Oh, that is nice. That is a nice livery. Yeah.
Let's have a little look at the prediction then. Oh, what was it? Yeah, I have paid it out.
Oh, my coins didn't go up then. I don't know what happened then. Well, unless I'm... Oh,
it doesn't tell me who voted, but there's 4 people voted for no.
I don't... It's alright, I haven't lost any. I thought I made money, or maybe it just gives me back what I voted, what I predicted.
I'm not too sure what the system is.
Okay.
Let's have a little look then. So, we've already had the battle of the Fernandez brothers. We'll just go. Should we just go for the ultimate battle off the rip? One final prediction for Tier 4 for Silver Split.
Go on.
Who will win Tier 3? Straight off the bat, Cox, Sakinski. Sakinski is in the lead.
We can always do what we did last night in bronze. Is there going to be any carnage into turn 1?
Oh right, yeah, okay. Tier 1 carnage confirmed. Question mark? Yes, no. 1 minute on that prediction because we're halfway through the formation lap already. Are we even going to get to turn 1 is the real question. We're about to start the Noah's Ark formation for this evening's final showcase of Championship Series number
29,000 coins for yes. 0 for no. Love it.
Absolutely all in.
Why not? Why not? There's a couple of drivers starting from the pits this evening as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a couple. I've got the stewarding sheet up in the background so we can see how much carnage.
Yeah, I've got their I've got that open on a tab as well. I'll get that open. Yeah, Hala and Jadke, both starting from the pits this evening. So.
Crash the sheet, please. No, please don't crash. Who's voted no?
You're nuts. You're nuts.
Here we go then.
There is a pit window this evening as well, so mandatory pit stop drivers must change their tyres.
We're round in the final corner. The Noah's Ark formation has begun. The drivers at the back catching themselves up, and we're going to lead us round then. Oh, this helicam's awful. I prefer it on the other side.
Roundtree's quite way back, actually. They're just now getting onto the tail.
It's quite a slow going one at Imola, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they're in position now, by the looks of it. Yeah, one drive, that's it. I'll keep an eye on the back, see if anything happens.
Eurobeat intensifies. And here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. This is ACCSimSeries. This is the Championship Series number 5. It's the finale week. We're at Imola for a 60-minute finale. Double points on offer and all to play for as Chambry starts us off to a flyer. Jack Taylor shooting it down the inside of Mbamba Washe, and I think that's Luis Fernandez as well, trying to cut the nose off of his brother, who's still looking down the outside of Pedro and down in P7.
Oh, there's a car off in the background on the grass.
Oh, the Fernandez brothers as well make contact, slight contact through the pack. Let's have a little look further down. I think we're pretty clean.
No, I think I might have lost my coins.
I think we're pretty clean, boys.
Except for there was one car who did go off.
Oh, there's some carnage at turn 4. There is some carnage at turn 4. I believe that's Dow that's involved.
Yeah, before that though, it was Nemeth. Nemeth went off the track. Oh, there's a couple of cars turned around. There's Lamborghini of Jarrett. Oh no, Jarrett was spun round. Don't quite see what happened there.
Let's go back and have a little look. Let's jump back 30 seconds and see how that happened. So they managed to get through 2. This is into 3 as we see the Ferrari get spun out there by the Porsche in front. Durrett having to make instinctive moves to shoot off to the right and get round it not to be involved as well. And then we just see carnage ensue ahead. There's a Ferrari parts in the middle. That looks like Cherubel. And then Durrett collects one. Yeah. Durrett, unfortunately, one of those drivers not slowing down. The car in front had come to a full stop just to make sure that the incident ahead had cleared.
So probably carrying slight bit of damage there.
There we go. And let's jump up to the top and see how the leaders are getting on. Esposito still splits Cox and Sikansky, and that's exactly what Cox wants leading into the final race this week. Cambry still leading them round to complete the first lap. David Cox behind. 7
Griffel
tenths.
stopped out on track. Not Griffel, sorry. Torsten Yadke, he's just stopped at the final chicane. Don't quite know why. He's not moving. Is it him? No, I don't know who it is.
Who's car 100?
Car. Jason Daly, sorry. He's just stopped out on track. Is this the bug we saw last night?
Not too sure.
Because we saw, so last night's bronze, we saw a car just stuck in the pits last night. But according to his game, he was out on track.
Yeah, I can't even see the car on the screen. The camera's... Oh, the camera has found him.
Bit weird, isn't it?
He's just sat there in a very cinematic camera movement there as well.
So I'm wondering if this is the bug that was happening last night.
Let's see as the drivers come through.
God, it could be carnage. Let me...
We'll soon find out if the cars go round him or through him. I think he has just... Everyone's avoiding that area, so... I think he has just died on track. He's still stopped there, so hey ho. But we'll let the stewards deal with that one. Good stuff, Guardstick. In 23rd, behind the championship leader. I believe that Chirabel was involved in an incident. Oh, Daly's moving now. Car 100 is moving again.
Oh yes, he is. Yeah.
No, he's not.
He's stopped now out on the grass.
Is he off the track now? That's
yeah, he is. Yeah. I don't quite know what happened there, but like I said, we had a bit of an odd one last night. We had a driver who was out on track, but according to the game, he was stuck in the pits, and we had a permanent yellow flag.
Yeah, I saw that. Saw that earlier on. But the battle at the front has split up, and it looks like Esposito is the cork in the bottle for the ever-raging Fabio Sikinski behind him, who needs to get past the Aston Martin of Esposito to have any chance to remain in the fight for the championship order. 25 and 42 involved in a couple of Barneys towards the back of the grid. 25 is Adam Rayner. I'm not too sure who 42 is, though. Let's go and have a little look further down the order. And actually, we've got another...
quite a battle for 13th and 14th as well.
Yes! There's a long wang in action, chat! There's a long wang in action. P12, P13, and Hearn in 14 as well, wanting to get involved in the battle. Hearn looked to have a bad run out off the chicane. And let's jump on board with Long as he stares down the barrel of the gun to get onto the back of Wang.
It's a long wang, isn't it? That's the thing. Then it's a nice little. As the penalties are starting to come in, so let's take a look. We've got a 5-second penalty for car 321 for causing a collision with car 8E8. Then a warning for car 52 to leave some space. So we've got a 10-second penalty for car 136, and then followed by another 10-second penalty for car 136, and a 10-second penalty for car 52, and then we've got a 5-second penalty coming in for car 99. So, yeah.
So the top 8 now are still in the order in which they qualified. And then we get a mix-up with Alvin Strom making some moves off the start, moving from 10th to 9th. Martin's moving from 12th to 10th. Ericsson's fallen down the order. He's gone from 9th to 11th. And then we see this battle between Long, Wang, Hearn, Barticus, all looking to gain some position. Barticus still where he qualified.
Walker looks like he's under a little bit of pressure right now, doesn't he? There's quite a train behind him. So there was a couple of Nissans last night, Ronda being in one of them. I can't remember who the other driver was. So nice to see a Nissan performing. Nice to see a bit of variety, actually.
And he has got to grips with this Nissan throughout the course of the season. He looked to struggle with the first couple of rounds, but as he has got through the championship, he's really come into the hands of Scott Walker. As we see there, Pedro Fernandez picking up a penalty. Car number 99. What was the car number 99's penalty for, Paul?
For hitting car 126.
Oh, he's hit his brother. He's hit his brother.
It looks like car 100, his TV died, so one of the stewards helped him to guide him off track. You know where he was, so he just stayed put, which kind of makes sense now.
Yep. Here we go. Let's have a little look where the battles are. And actually, Cox is putting on a battle for the lead. If we can get the camera over to him. And
Roundtree and Daly are going in side by side into the first corner, which is always interesting. And Roundtree makes the move on him. So yeah.
Like we said, Roundtree started at the back. Started down in P40, I believe. P37 up to 29th. We said he's a bit of a machine around Imola. I remember competing with him at the Solo Endurance Cup round 4, I believe. About 4, 5, 6 weeks ago now. And he absolutely dominated. Very, very consistent. Consistent low lap times. Oh, there's a car off into the wall. That's another Ferrari. Is that Bihan? Daly? See, it was Daly, so he didn't manage to get past Daly.
Oh, I've got confused which car we got past him, but that's quite a bit of front end damage on that Ferrari now.
Did it just snap on him? Let's have a little look on board. Go to the cockpit cam. Oh, he touches the grass. Yeah, he touches the grass and donks it into the wall.
Yeah.
All self-inflicted, unfortunately, there for Connell Daly. He's going to fall down the order. Let's jump back on board with a fight in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, it's quite tight, isn't it? Because you've got like a breakaway at the front, and then just got a big midfield pack.
Oh, Joe Grace has lost about 5 positions there with the off in the final corner.
Oh,
he's gone down from 20.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. But yeah, it's so close in the middle. I mean, there's a couple of gaps here and there, but then you got Bunch. Yeah, so Grace is losing a position to Dow, so he's goes in behind, but he's going to try and make it back into the first corner. That'd be a bit brave.
So the one we are going to look at here is a really good battle that could help decide the championship. Jack Taylor's been closing this gap to Fabio Sikinski throughout the entirety of the race so far. We're fighting into our 6th lap now, and if Jack Taylor can get that job done, Sikinski can pretty much kiss goodbye to the championship, as he needs to be behind David Cox for any chance of winning Season 5.
So talking to David Cox, he's the man that set the fastest lap of the race so far with 1:42.8. Esposito. He's got the fastest
Despacito without the D. So it's Despacito. The hit Justin Bieber song. Yeah, just take the D off. So it's Esposito.
Esposito.
That's it. That's all it is.
So he's got the fastest first sector. Then David Cox has got the remaining 2. So yeah.
And actually, I'm full of. We'll say it's the last week.
Fernandez and Fernandez are very close together. Have you spotted this? They're having a bit of a battle. They're trying to drag the other. And then there's the Aston Martin of Mbambawashi ahead of them. So these guys are fighting.
Well, are
they twins or are they just brothers?
I think they're just brothers. I don't think they're twins. It's literally Mario. It's the Mario brother. I mean, they're called Super Fernandez brothers, and Pedro has taken the red one, so clearly wants to be the dominant. Maybe the older brother. Who knows?
Mario.
Louis stuck with the Luigi of the team. And
Mario.
I've now just got the link in their livery. It's taken me. How long have we been live chat?
Mpawashi is under a bit of pressure there from Fernandez, and gets a little wobble on coming out of that corner there.
He nearly done the same thing. And Mpawashi grabbed the grass.
They're pushing. Oh, it's going to be contact.
Contact, and Mpawashi's into the wall. Mario, what have you done?
I think that was Mpawashi's fault. I think he came across when he couldn't have done. He probably didn't realise that he was alongside.
I'll tell you what. Let's go have a look at the stewarding view of the far chase cam. Fair props to this. You see Mpawasi there catch the grass.
I think he moves across.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's to blame. You can't just drive into another car.
You can't park there, sir.
No. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the stewards feel. So, just seeing that 10-second penalties coming for car 42. But he makes contact with a couple of cars. So, 10-second penalties being handed out. And another 10-second penalty is being handed out for car 42 as well. So, he's going to have 20 seconds worth of penalties. That's unfortunate.
I don't drink, I'm professional. I am solely on the water this evening. Actually, I had a Coca-Cola vanilla.
I've had half a glass of Prosecco, finished off the bottle from last night, and now I'm on the Summer Comfort and Coke. So yeah,
I'm just excited, guys. It's the end of the season. We're gonna have a stream racer. Everyone knows I love finale week. We have stream racer party in the chat. Like the chat's popping off at the end, and it's been popping off all season as well.
Popping off, eh?
It's been popping off, and let's see what the stewards think of this incident. Where are we on the tracker? He's car 99, is he? It's not in the tracker, is it?
Tracker being a bit slow tonight.
Not sure.
It's a few that's just popped in. Fernandez 99. Oh no, it's not there, is it? There isn't an incident between car 23 and...
yeah, 23's further back down the order, though.
No, but that's Mpawashi. That's who contact with. So 23 and... Come on, keep up. And 99.
Yeah.
So, okay. I wonder why that hasn't appeared in there. Interesting.
It has.
It has?
It has. So we're just talking. I'm just communicating with the stewards via their.
It's there. It's there. It's instant 1:15, isn't it? You are drunk.
I'm not drunk. Cox is taking the lead. How has this happened, chat? Cox is in the lead. This is vital in the championship battle. How far do we need to go back?
To what?
Go and have a look in your replay for me and see when Cox takes the lead off Camberley.
All right, yeah, sure, we'll do. Yeah,
It was a lap ago. Oh, my bad. There's no point. It was so too long ago. But anyway, Cox is now in the lead of the race and the championship at this rate. Sakinski now needs to get past.
He took it on lap 8.
Oh, is it? We're on lap 8 now.
We're on lap 9 now.
All right, cool.
He took it on lap 8. About halfway round, he was still behind him.
We are not drunk, Norberg. We are drunk on love. What a song that is, by the way. Oh well, missed a change for the lead, but then again, it wouldn't be a professional stream without me missing the important stuff. I'm not even. I've literally drunk a can of Coke and some water. But no one will believe me. Anyway, let's have a little look where the battles are on track.
I was watching it back and missed it. What the hell's happened? So,
I'm on the Panda Pops, boys. On the Panda Pops.
Oh, he got ahead of him a little bit earlier than that. Hold on. Oh, he went wide. So Camberley went wide into the into turn 2, ran wide.
Okay.
Yeah,
and that opened the door for Cox to slide himself straight in there to take the lead.
Yeah,
in the race.
yeah.
So this is
Cox
the battle.
do that from time to time. They just slide through, don't they? Just slide in. Yeah.
Come on, Paul. We're on board with Wang now anyway, as he's on the battle for 12th position. It's a battle between himself, Hearn, and Walker, looking for the top of the table. Obviously, the battle in class is between.
And
Wang
you got Ericsson and Martins battling away a little bit ahead of them as well. So, so you got Ericsson in the Lambo, followed by the Bentley of Martins. 10-second penalty coming in for car 90.
That's further down the order, is it not?
I'm not sure. Reading the description.
Oh yeah, they're at the back, down in 32nd. Chris McKenna had a bit of a shocker today.
I'm not sure that deserves a penalty. Apparently they lost it. Comment here from the steward. 90 lost it all by himself into Tambrello, spun back onto the track, and poor 999 had no. I think that's a racing incident. Then that's just one of those unfortunate things. Unfortunately, it's not intentional. Don't think you can give 10-second penalty for that. Questionable decision there from the stewards.
Jose Martins now chasing down the top 10 position off Jesper Eriksson. We've seen Jesper Eriksson have some great pace in qualifying. He's now going to have to deal with the pressure of Jose Martins for the long.
Doing well in that Lambo, to be fair to him.
Yeah, really well. The change in the lead has actually really shooken up the time gaps at the start. They've all kind of bunched back together again now, so it's looking like. Oh, actually, Martin's going to look down the inside, gets it stuck. He's going to have to switch it back now. He's going to have to give a little bit of room on the inside to Ericsson. Nope, gets the job done. So the Bentley, the Lamborghini, the Lamborghini has to slot back in. Car number 90, yellow flagged in Acro Minerale. Let's see what's happened there. The leaders are about to catch that, so maybe we'll jump on board with the leader, David Cox, see what he can see.
Moving again. So. It's a great battle here, isn't it?
Oh, car number 90 is Chris McKenna as well. Like I said, not had the best of situations this evening, unfortunately. Going to have to look to make an early pit stop, potentially a 2 pit stop race for him. Ericsson on Martin, still the battle to watch. They are closing in on each other, so now instead of Ericsson being the stick, he's now chasing the carrot at the end of the stick, as he's going towards Jose Martin's Lobber GT 89 Bentley. Adam Rayner towards the back of the pack. Martin Roundtree's up to 22nd then. Picked up a 5-second penalty as he's been cutting himself through the field, which I'm sure he wouldn't really quarrel about.
33rd is hot. Well, that's a good little move there up the hill. But I'm just watching go into 32nd position for Pittori. Makes the move, the Lamborghini on the Audi. I think that was Birch, but he does have 20 seconds worth of penalties at the moment. So
Looks like Adam Raines actually quit the race as well, by the way. Someone in chat asked, well, oh no, he's down in 36th, sorry. He's down in 36th.
if I was Rain, I'd be quitting if I was 36.
Oh, Martin Roundtree looks to absolutely stick a postage stamp on it and send it into the penultimate corner.
Oh.
He's now had to eat too much. He's completely compromised his whole line there. And Lucas Nemeth now, Laszlo Nemeth, sorry, wants to get involved as well. Looking down the outside of, we can call it the final corner. It's pretty much a very, very long straight. And Dow having to defend as well. So Dow cuts out the slipstream of Roundtree. Actually gives the slipstream to Nemeth. Nemeth trying to get himself through. But both these drivers are going to be compromised going into T1. Nemeth backing off, making a sensible decision there. Let these two Ferraris battle it out. Martin Roundtree rubber banding a little bit further back.
Yeah, that would have caught Nemeth out a little bit. He would have had to lift it off there because Roundtree was slow at that particular point. Yeah, I can see that Luque has got, car 136 has got 25 seconds worth of penalties.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Nemeth now looking down the inside, going into the hairpin. Not a lot to grab. Martin Roundtree needs to get a little bit of composure back. They're all seem to be a little bit shaken by the start-finish straight in turn 1. And oh, there's a spinner at the back. There's a spinner behind. It looks like it could have been Behan. No, is it Oos?
It's Bruce.
It was
Bruce.
Oos.
Yeah, Bruce.
We'll call that at the back of our screen. Let's go back 10 seconds, see if we can catch what happened. He catches
That's a shame because he was having a good battle with someone else.
Behan, I think it was. They're both next to each other, himself and Behan.
Yeah, it was Behan. Yeah,
has done a similar thing to what Mbamba Washe done, and who else was it? Was it McKenna earlier on that done the same thing? Caught it on the grass and put it into the wall. I can't remember who it was.
It was that Ferrari, wasn't it?
The early pit then from David Long. Going to get in, going to get some clean
the pit window is open. Yeah, I completely missed that, and I missed that last night with all the action going on. So. 20-minute pit window, 18 minutes, just under 19 minutes to go on that. And the battle between 5th and 6th is hotting up a little bit, so Pedro Fernandez is getting onto the back of Jack Taylor.
I'm being optimistic here, but I think it could be curtains for Sakinski this evening in the championship. He's gone all 5 rounds being at the top, but David Cox has put the work in, and he's got that. He's got more than the 1 car buffer he needs. Jack Taylor there looking a little bit squirrely going into
Cox being some absolute stiff competition tonight, really, isn't he?
Oh, that was a reach. That was a reach. That was a real big reach. That was. I'll let you have it though. I'll let you have it.
Car 33 is about to get a 10-second penalty.
Michael Wayne's just actually overtaken Andrew Hearn. We saw that battle earlier on in the field. I think he's got it going into this final chicane as well. Let's have a little look if we can, at how that happens. Oh, he's already ahead at this point, so we won't be able to find that. But Scott Walker, you can see there in the GTR as well, looking to get past Hearn. So it looked like maybe Hearn may have been compromised coming out of the hairpin, maybe caught that grassy patch on the edge of the curbing as well. And that's what allowed Wang to get himself through, going through Aqua Mineral. Now, it's the corner.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, exactly. And then catches the sausage on the way out. That's going to compromise as well, going into the final chicane.
Love a bit of sausage.
Loves a bit of sausage. And Chiribal now on the back of Scott Walker as well. So Scott Walker doing exactly what he had to do at Mazzano, attack and defend.
Taylor's all over. He's all over the. Oh, tell you what, Taylor's all over the back of Sakinski. Sakinski loses it, and then Taylor follows suit as well. Unfortunately, because I think that was a moment there where Taylor was, just got a little bit eager into the second part of the chicane, but he just lost the rear end of that Bentley. Sorry, the Aston even. Looking at Fernandez, I don't know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about Sakinski.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm on about Sakinski. But Sakinski's not in this battle. It's Taylor and Fernandez. So,
Taylor gets a bit loose going in. Fernandez gets a bit loose coming out. So each to their own. Well, the Aston gets a much better drive coming out of the chicane at the top of the circuit. Wrong camera angle, Dan. Looking at the rear end then of the Bentley as we come round to start lap number 15.
Back markers ahead, yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Looks like Fernandez is slow into pit. He is, so he's into the pit lane. It's going to give Jack Taylor just a sigh of relief.
Yeah, but something to think about him. But he's like potentially Pedro's going to go for the undercut.
And we've missed something here as well. It looks like Wang must have had a mishap because Wang has fallen back to 15th. Walker's moved himself up into 12th. And Hearn and Chiribao. So it looks like Wang may have had an off somewhere on lap 14. And it's given the position to Scott Walker, Hearn and Chiribao as well, as we see some drivers pitting. Wang being one of those. Who else do we have in the pits? We have Wang, Fernandez, any of the drivers at the back? Looks like Chris McKenna's on his way out of the pit lane as well. Martin Roundtree has pitted. David Long's pit. Eric Hodge's pit.
Roundtree just got lapped by Ericsson, so he let him by. I expect Roundtree to make a few positions, and Long has also been in the pits as well. So, and guys will move up the orders. The guys ahead start to go into the pits. I think Pedro is on his way out of the pits now.
Michael Luque is going to be in the pits for so long with that amount of penalties as well.
Yeah, he will, and so will Pretorius, who's got 20 seconds. So, no, hate to see it.
Let's see if Jack Taylor decides to pit this lap. Obviously, he doesn't. So Fernandez is going to get a lap of clean, well, I say clean air. He's going to get a lap somewhere on this carnage that you can see on the track map on the right-hand side. There's battles all over the place. 712 is involved somewhere with a pack of cars. That's Laszlo Nemeth.
So Cox has now pulled out nearly a 5-second gap between him and P2. And then Sikansky is another 5 or 6 seconds back in third. So this is what we saw yesterday. Like the top runners kind of had a few seconds breathing space, and then the midfield was kind of nicely bunched up, which is exactly what we're seeing with the likes of 10th and 11th positions.
QB's come out the pits and sit himself in between Grace and Nemeth as well, down in 31st and 32nd. Oh, and Grace has had an off as well. Grace has got the chicane, or the opening 2 corners all wrong.
Blame the BMW for that.
Hopefully we see some more BMWs off the track tomorrow night in the gold split as well. We're only wishing that because Steve Hughes and Ashley Bloomfield are the only 2 BMW drivers in the field. Yeah, they're the only 2 in Invitational. I think there's 2 other BMW drivers in the field, but I don't wish any bad luck on them. Just on the 2 Invitational drivers.
Adam Rayner, he hasn't pitted yet, but he's up into 21st position in his Bentley.
Andreas Pittori and Keith Griffel still yet to pit. Pittori with 20 seconds worth of penalties, but is about a second behind Keith Griffel, as you can see there in the orange McLaren ahead of him.
Jack Taylor's in the pits.
Have to see where he comes out in correlation with Pedro Fernandez. So Pedro Fernandez is currently
down in 23rd.
I'm just trying to see where he is on track. He's in this little group of cars here, I think.
He's coming up the hill. So we're going into the down bit now. Yeah. He's coming up to the final chicane now. He's heading up that hill towards the final chicane.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know where we are. Pedro Fernandez, I found him.
Yeah.
So we need to see where he comes out in correlation with Jack Harvey, who is in the pits
Jack
at the moment.
Taylor, you mean? Jack Taylor.
Sorry, Jack Harvey.
He's now moving. He's moving, Taylor.
Or do you have an early pit box or a late, or somewhere in the middle, or
somewhere in the middle? I'd say.
This is going to be tight.
He's coming. He hasn't hit the marker yet. I'll tell you when he has. He's still on the pit limiter. He's still on the pit limiter. He's still on the pit limiter.
Oh, Pedro Fernandez is coming down the start-finish straight now. He's about to cross the line.
The line now. Now he's off pit limiter.
Oh, he's open. You can see him. You can see him coming out the pits, and he's had to make a car jump out of the way. But Jack Taylor's made that gap about a second or two a lot bigger in that pit stop. So
he has, but he's got a couple of cars ahead of him. So Pedro will be hoping that they will disturb his race, but not so much his own. So interesting.
Luis Fernandez into the pits then. So we see the Luigi brother coming in. And everyone's sort of thinned out now. We've got Noah on guard stick. It looks like he's got Bahan behind him, but I think Bahan has pitted or yet to pit. He's one or the other.
Just got past a hold on.
Oh, Bahan's down in 30th. Yeah, Bahan has pitted as Alan Noah comes in.
Sikansky's coming up on the Wang. The Wang is battling with Jose Martins. So he's coming up to those back markers. He's got the long behind him as well. So the Wang he's in a Wang and long sandwich. So David Cox still has the fastest lap of the race. I can see that Jarrett is also Luis Fernandez and Noah are all in the pits. Chattery is also in the pits. So Luis Fernandez is leaving the pits, just come out of the pit limiter now. Where's he going to slot in? Oh, there's contact between two cars behind him. And that was Espito going into the back of Rayner, just a slight nudge. No one come off badly, but there's a nice little battle here of Rayner, Espito, Taylor and Pedro.
Yeah, it's obviously Rayner yet to pit so far. It's the sort of the bridesmaid and the battle of brides here, and don't know where I pulled that out of, honestly. I'm not drunk, chat. I've just had some water.
Brilliant. So, this is battle for position, so there's no blue flags here to help Taylor out.
Adam Rayner's very much entitled to battle for that if he wants to.
And it's got Louis up ahead, so Louis got out ahead of this lot.
Oh, so that means Louis jumped.
Yeah.
All of them in the pit phase then. He's jumped Esposito, Taylor, Pedro.
He has, yeah.
Pedro had the 5 second penalty as well. Oh, as Esposito sends it down the inside of Adam Rayner in the penultimate corner. Gets it stuck in the last corner. That's going to open the door for Taylor to come on through as well. And who's 99? Pedro wants a bit of the action as well. Adam Rayner's going to get swallowed here. He probably could have made a nice decision to hit the pits early, but depending how much how his strategy is affected. But look at all these cars battling behind. Not too sure who the Aston Martin is behind that wants to get involved.
Oh, there's a couple of cars coming together.
Oh, where's
that?
One
of those was Rayner. Rayner had a little bit of contact between, I think it might have been Pedro. If you do the replay, you'll see it. 30 seconds. I think it was Pedro as he tried to slot in between them.
Pedro's the red Aston Martin there that's to the left of the red Bentley.
Behind the blue Bentley, and Rayner's the red Bentley.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of how's your father going into that, and that's going to allow the Aston Martin to come through as well. Or is it Adam defending on for his life going through the inside of turn 2? Has to give the space for the outside of turn 3, but gets a better drive because the Aston Martin's compromised. And he's got that position stuck still. It's not Bumper Watch here behind him. I'm trying to think, who is 811? Oh, it's Bruce Oos down in 35th then. So I think Bruce is trying to unlap himself when Adam's trying to keep him at bay, because after Adam pits, this will be the battle on track between the two of them as well.
Oh, Adam goes straight across the chicane. Oops.
Oopsie daisy. Oh, all the leaders are in the pits as well. And
he gains time there as well. On, that's cheeky. That's cheeky.
So we missed Cox pit. Cox has pit now. And, oh, that's
Oh,
Cambry
yeah.
coming out in front of him. So Cambry's managed. Oh, as Cox sends it.
Oh,
That could be a bad move for David Cox then. There's cars all over the place. That's Sakinski behind him in the Audi. The pink Audi behind is Sakinski. If Sakinski can get in front of David Cox, it's going to put Sakinski back in the driver's seat of the championship. He does get it done. David Cox then trying to be a bit greedy with Cambly coming out the pit lane, and that's going to cost him, could even cost him the championship. Let's go back.
So you've got this battle here as well, but you've also got the battle between 7th, 8th and 9th. It's very close here with Pedro Fernandez all over the back of Jack Taylor at the moment as we watch this replay.
Let's have a look from onboard. So you'll see Cambly come out the pits. Let's say. Yeah, so there's Cambly in the Lexus in front. And obviously he's got Cox has got the speed, and he's either going to have to go into the back of him. And then Sakinski behind is seeing the action unfold and just thinks, let's get involved, lads. Let's dip my toe in the water. What can I get done as he gets past Cox as well?
So the Cox really loses out there.
I mean, David Cox could have just thrown away that he had full control.
Pedro Fernandez is all over the back of Taylor at the moment. Just
waiting for the replay to
going
catch
into
up.
the second and final corner. But this battle here as well, you've got the great... Oh no, as Pedro goes wide before they hit into the final corner, so loses momentum there. Excuse me, loses momentum.
Brian Dole's picked up a stop and go 30 essentially for speeding in the pit lane.
Ouch.
Martin Roundtree catching up the back of Daniel Durrett as well with a battle for 23rd and 22nd, but
Durrett, the best man.
I want to give the action to the rest of the grid, but this is the battle for the championship. Cox is quicker than Sakinski around here.
Yeah, and Sakinski runs wide.
That's going to open the door for Cox. Right, so Cox now needs to get past him, and he's now got to set his sights on Cambry. He's got 6 seconds to get. Esposito having a mare in the pits has made that buffer non-existent. So Cox now needs to catch Cambly and overtake him in the final 23 minutes of this race to secure the championship. He hasn't got to worry.
Race leader Ericsson comes into the pits to clear his mandatory.
So Cox hasn't got to worry about Sakinski anymore. He's naturally been faster every lap so far. Obviously, besides the lap that we've just had gone by, where the incident was involved in, that we've just shown on the replay. He's now got to catch Cambly, who is 6 seconds up the road. He needs to catch him, he needs to overtake him, all in 22 minutes. It's definitely possible. We've seen David Cox has got the pace, and he's drawn it in so far as well, as Cambly now coming into the penultimate corner, as we can see on the mini-map. Let's see where Adam Rayner's sat himself in after.
We know Cox has got the pace because he's set the fastest lap of the race, and he's got the fastest first and third sector. Only for Sakinski to have the fastest middle sector.
That holding up that Adam Rayner's done during the out of rotation pit stop has really helped him, because he's put 4 positions in between himself and Bruce Oos, who was behind him in that yellow and red Aston Martin.
Also cutting the chicane also helped him a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say he's gained him, what is it, nearly 11 seconds, 12 seconds?
I know, he didn't gain all of that from cutting the chicane. But
this is a battle for position on track between Daniel Durrett and Martin Roundtree. You can just keep an eye on the gap between P1 and 2 for me, Paul, throughout the...
Yeah, sure.
We jump around across the field. Wang and Walker as well, also battling out on track. These guys have been going at tooth and nail throughout the whole race so far. We're 40 minutes in to a 60-minute finale here on ACCSimSeries.
Unfortunately, Cox at the moment is about a second slower than Cambly last time round, so nearly about 8/10 slower.
Oh, Wang nearly collects Walker going through into turn 1, but manages to make evasive manoeuvres. But that's going to open the door behind up to Hearn is there. He's just come out the pits by looks. So Hearn was out of rotation. It's Hearn and Long behind. So this is a 4-way battle for top 10. Scott Walker's got himself a bit of breathing room following that problem there between Michael Wang and himself. David Long looking for the most to gain. All these cars in front of him are all for position up to that Lamborghini there. Jesper Eriksson in P11. Pedro Fernandez is really, really close as well to Jack Taylor, who is chasing down Michel Espueto as well. So these got all the battles are coming out now.
Yeah, Camberley has got the fastest lap of the race now, 1:42.3.
Oh, there's an incident.
Last time around.
There's an incident. We've just gone past 2:21.
Is that 3:21, isn't it? No?
It might be 3:2. It was 3:21. Yeah, let's jump back 30 seconds, see what's happened there. I think it's him and Luque who are battling out for position down in 31st. And they've got one of the Fernandez brothers behind them. So let's see what's happened here. Porsche looks to send it. The Porsche looks to send it. Yeah, the Porsche is setting it down the inside. And collects Jack Taylor, collects Louis Fernandez as well. Does Luque in the Porsche. Oh, and Alvin Strom. I think Alvin Strom a little bit there of ignoring yellow flags.
That's unlike our drivers, isn't it? Ignoring yellows.
Pit window is now closed.
Pit window now closed, so everybody's cleared their mandatory pit stop. The gap between the two drivers, first and second, hasn't come down really. It's only going up. Actually, it's come down ever so slightly. Cox last time round was a tenth quicker. So it's up and down like a yo-yo. As we're looking at Pedro Fernandez, still looking at the rear of the Bentley. Into the second to last corner. It's all about trying to get that really good drive. Oh, and the Bentley goes wide onto the dirt.
Yeah, Jack Taylor's grabbed a load of dirt in that.
And again. So that's going to put Pedro Fernandez right under the rear wing. He moves out to the right-hand side.
A little bit of argy-bargy there as well between Jack and Pedro for P6 on the Taylor. Now Jack's going to have to think. He's going to be compromised going into T1. Gets his nose out in front, but eats the sausages. He's loose.
Oh,
he's
Taylor's
really loose. That's going to give the position over to Pedro then. Some fine bit of defending in there, but ultimately the sausages pay dividends. And I think the race could be over for the championship lead as well. It looks like Sakinski's found himself in a nice little pocket, just keeping David Cox at bay, and that gap hasn't come down in the past 6 minutes. So for those that are just tuning in now, Sakinski leads the championship by 7 points. Cox is in P2 in the championship and needs to have if he wins the race, Sakinski needs to finish third for Cox to take the championship. As long as Sakinski finishes within one position of David Cox, then Sakinski will take the Tier 3 championship here this evening.
I mean, whilst that gap has come down ever so slightly, about 4 tenths in the last kind of 4 laps, last time round, Camberley was quicker again and Cox just a tenth off. So there really isn't much in the lap times these guys are doing. So at the moment, I don't know if Cox has got it in him, but saying that, he's now 3 tenths up on his fastest lap, which will put him in a 1:42 dead at the moment if he continues with that. So, which I think is what he just did. So he's just done a faster lap with 1:42.2, which then is actually the fastest lap of the race now. So the gap hasn't, again, I mean, the live time in this game, as we know, is a little bit whack at times, but it's telling me the gap is exactly the same. So yeah, there is pace there, but then Camberley now is up on his fastest lap, so they're trading lap times at the moment.
So Alvin Strom picks up his 5-second penalty there for ignoring yellow flags. That's the incident we saw there with Michael Luque. It was going to go down as a warning, but we mentioned it to the stewards that could he have seen the yellows? And I personally think he probably could have, because the incident was quite far in advance. And we've now got that Chatterjee and Rayner are both part of the same racing team with ACCSimSeries, so that's why I keep thinking it's Adam Rayner chasing down David Long for P15, but it's not. Chatterjee now looking to get his way with David Long, and Walker and Wang are off to the races. They've left Hearn behind.
I'm just seeing that Taylor's found a bit of time on this lap. He's half a second up on his best. He's going to about to slot into the 142 club, but he's now he's over half a second quicker, so he's trying to close down on Pedro, which if he continues this kind of pace up, he will do. He's about to do a 142.1, which, if he continues that pace, will be the fastest lap of the race.
It certainly will. I mean, the times are getting impressive. The track's definitely getting to a point where these drivers can really, really push as much as they can. And it looked like Pedro caught some dirt there, as we saw.
Dirt up. Yeah, I was about to say exactly the same thing. Yeah.
But Pedro is up on his time as well. He's up a tenth on his best time since his pit.
There's still 9/10 there that Taylor's going to gain. There you go. A 142.3, which isn't the fastest lap of the race, but it's pretty damn close. It's only a tenth off. And he's just got Pedro in his sights now, and with Pedro's got a couple of back markers ahead, I believe. Is that back markers? No, it's Espito and the other Fernandez brother. So as the back marker, Rayner let him through. Yeah,
we've got Rayner involved in there as well.
Rayner just loves being involved, doesn't he?
He's quite a courteous back marker, is Adam Rayner there. As you see, well, just takes the inside and forces Pedro to take the outside, but as long as it was indicated, then that's perfectly fine. Jack Taylor now heading up towards the little switch over of the left-hander before heading down to Aquamarine.
Hernandez lost quite a bit of time. He's 4 tenths down on his fastest, half a second down on his fastest, but Taylor's only 2 tenths down on his fastest lap. So, and Campbell is going even faster out in front at the moment. He's trying to set even a faster lap. He was a tenth up on his best. He's thrown that away at the moment.
8.3 seconds is the gap now between P1 and 2, and Davy Cox, he needed it. He needed that P1 to take the championship, or he needed a car to be in between him, and unfortunately you can't rely on others at this level, and Esposito was there before the pits.
It's a shame when you can't rely on the Cox, really. It's a shame.
It is a big shame. Talking of Cox, we've got David Long here battling away with Andrew Hearn, who's chasing down Michael Wang, who is also looking to put a load of pressure on Scott Walker in that rubber dinghy Rapids GTR down in 12th position.
So who's been the biggest gainer of this race so far, would we say? Who's been...
I think it's Martin Roundtree.
Is it Roundtree?
He started 37th, it's up to 22nd. Durrett started 35th, it's up to 21st.
He's out 21st, that's good, yeah.
Guardstick qualified 29th, up to 19th.
Taylor really nearly lost it. I was just watching him on board. He nearly threw it away into the first corner. He's tried ever so hard. He's gone too deep. Oh, he's pushing. He is pushing that. Because they can see Espito just up ahead, these two. So fifth position is on offer here. But, oh, Taylor's run wide again. He's possibly overdriving the car at this point. Just got to settle down into a rhythm. That's all you got to do. Just try and drive your race. Because if you start to focus on the car ahead, you're going to start missing your braking points. You miss your lines. That's where mistakes start to happen. That's something that I tend to do, is I focus on the car rather than what I'm doing. If I'm consistent, then that will just, that driver ahead, if I'm faster, they'll just come to me. If I start trying to push the car and overdriving it, that's when I'm going to spin and when I'm going to end up in a wall. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, Pedro's pulled away there because of the mistakes that Taylor has made. And now he's getting onto the back of, onto P5. So.
As we see there, Bruce Oos moving out the way of Scott Walker coming through in that GTR. Also lets through Michael Wayne going into the chicane. Nice, easy way of letting those cars through. Getting off the power early and not affecting each other's race. Both drivers might lose a couple of attempts here and there, but it could be a lot worse if an incident happens to happen. And the gap now between the leaders is substantial. It's 8.3 seconds between Cox and Camberley, and Cox can just see the championship driving off into the distance.
So Jarrett's just spun. They thought he was catching up with Noah in 20th, and he's gone and lost it. So he's now just been overtaken by Roundtree. Didn't quite see what happened. I just saw him in the background. But Roundtree's like, thank you very much. I'll take that.
Go back a minute, should we say? A minute or two?
Yeah, that should do. He lost it all by himself. All by myself.
It's been me the past 3 weeks of commentary, mate.
Don't wanna be.
Is it going into Acqua Minerale? Coming out of Acqua Minerale? Who knows?
I don't really know where he lost it. I think it was on the into the chicane.
Bosch. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
big sausage. Big munch of the sausage, then tries to right it.
And then you see the Roundtree slipping by.
That's well recovered, though, from Daniel. I've seen worse recoveries.
Yeah, he didn't get into loads of spins, did he?
Here we go then. So we're back. Oh, let's have a little look at what action we've got around the track.
Oh, Taylor's all over the back of Pedro again. He's trying to make a move into the first corner. He's closed that gap up. Something must have happened to... actually, no, I don't know if anything has happened. I think Taylor might have just found some pace again because...
Yeah, well, Taylor done a 42.4, Esposito and Fernandez on a 43.5. So
there you go.
He's gained a second on both the cars in front of him last lap.
He's just got to try not to overdrive the goddamn thing.
Got 9 minutes left to make the move stick, and Pedro Fernandez is for positioning class, so that's going to get him a P2 on the podium. Actually, how does that affect the championship table? Because Chiribau's had an awful race, but he didn't really need to bring anything to the table this evening. Tier 4. Jack Taylor and Pedro Fernandez are next to each other in the championship, but this battle won't really affect the standings so much. Luis Fernandez could be the big winner here in terms of closing that gap up to Mbamba Washe in P4 in the championship. Mbamba Washe is actually only 4th in the race in the AM class in Tier 4, so we'll have to see how it plays out in here, and that's what the Stream Racer party is for at the end. And I can see that you are in the chat, Mr. Norberg. If you could add the double points when the championship refreshes about 10 minutes after the end of the race, that would be great. And we can just Stream Racer until that's done. Because why the hell not? And then we can get an accurate representation of who the champion is before we head into Season 6. No, you're not getting any rumours of Season 6. It's all coming out on Monday. Do you know, Paul, I wrote a TLDW for Monday night for those that don't catch the stream. And I run out of characters in Discord.
So Pedro's putting Esposito under quite a bit of pressure there. But then what I like about this game is that, Taylor again runs well wide, but he's still under the rear wing of Pedro there. Is that each car has its characteristics, and even though like they're both in the Aston, it would appear that in this particular sector, Esposito's got these guys, but then in first and third is where the other two seem to have him. So
Pedro caught the sausages there going into Acqua Minerale. That's going to compromise a little bit. Sorry to cut you off there, Paul.
That's all right. It's okay, mate. I won't stream you again. It's fine.
Oh. I prefer being on my own. No, I don't at all.
Is that what the missus says to you and all, isn't it?
Yeah. She was in here a sec. I don't know where she went. She came in and I thought she was finished watching. I think she was watching RuPaul in the other room. And she came in and now she's disappeared. So I don't know where she's gone.
I know what that is, but I've never actually watched it myself.
It's a great program. Honestly, it's a great program. I don't mind people even clipping me saying that I like watching RuPaul. It's a great program.
Yeah, I'm thinking I watch so much stuff. I haven't got any time to fit any more in, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's just a meme of a program. It's RuPaul. It's just it's awesome. So easy to watch as well.
I signed up to Disney Plus this week as well. So
get 24. You watched 24?
I have watched it many years ago. I didn't watch all the seasons. I got to it quite late.
Yeah, it was on like DVD by the time we started watching it. A great show. Should we talk about the action on track?
Yeah, we should really. Yeah, we should.
Michael Wang is catching Scott Walker, but they've been battling. Like I said this comment the same time the camera angle was there a few laps ago. They've been battling tooth and nail throughout the entirety of the race. Tondre Mbamba Washe is catching Alvin Strom. He's going to get that position anyway. due to the time penalty that Alvin Strom has got for ignoring yellow flags with that incident between Luque and Griffel. And then we've got the real battle on track. Realistically, is this battle for P5 between Michel Esposito, Pedro Fernandez and Jack Taylor. The Aston Martins looking to control and dominate as they have been throughout the race. But Jack Taylor wants to spoil the party. He wants to get himself involved. He out-qualified Pedro and wants to have the bragging rights of finishing above him on track as well.
Yeah, it's a nice little three-way here. Oh, another little wobble on. It looks like the Aston might have the run on the Aston. Is he going to try and make a move into the second to last corner? He's taken a defensive line there. He goes on the inside.
Oh,
there's
there's contact.
Oh,
That's
no! And that's that Taylor pass. There's a penalty incoming for Pedro for that one. Completely avoidable, that.
Jack Taylor, the big winner there. Jack Taylor's definitely got a massive smile on his face. Maybe he can stop overdriving this car. Oh, Pedro nearly catches the wall as well. So close to that wall was Pedro Fernandez going around the start-finish line. And Pedro's now going to have to be the aggressor. He's going to have to clear at least 10 seconds. And I just don't think it's going to be possible in the 4 minutes remaining in this race.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It's he's obviously got pace. He just seems to lack a little bit of racecraft, because it's not the first mistake we've seen from him during this event. Strom's got a 5-second penalty, I just spotted.
Yeah, that's for the ignoring yellow flags with Luque and Birch at the bottom of the penultimate corner.
Oh yeah, the one that we saw on stream.
I mean, I'll take that on the chest, because they were going to give him a warning, and I mentioned that he may have ignored yellow flags in the steward document. So, hey-ho, don't ignore him. Simples.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pay attention to him.
Oh. It has been an absolute astounding drive from these two this evening. Michael Wang and Scott Walker. Like, they have battled for nigh on 50 minutes of this 1 hour race. They've been within a second of each other for at least half an hour. And it's just, I think Scott Walker's going to have it in the bag. I mean, as we were talking about, and we've talked about many a time, it is one thing to catch, it's another thing to overtake.
Oh, the battle for 25th and 26th between Laszlo Nemeth. Like 24th, 25th, and 26th, I think. So you got Laszlo Nemeth, but you've got Andy Behan up ahead. Laszlo Nemeth runs wide.
It's Cambly that's caught them, isn't it? So they're all having to let Cambly play. Oh, there's contact.
The BMW and the McLaren come together. I think that's the race leader going through there as well, up ahead.
Race leader then managing to lap all the way up to 24th so far.
Seen Daniel Durrett, he's moving slowly. Don't quite know what's happened there, and he's got Noah now all over the back of him in the McLaren. He's had another, and he's gone wide there, and Noah's followed him off the track. So he's having quite an eventful race this evening. I mean, he's still up 15 positions.
In comes the penalty as well for Pedro Fernandez for spinning out car number 59.
Only 5 seconds.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't want that penalty to decide the race. Got to let these guys race at some point. But, well, actually, it looks, talking of races at some point, Michael Wang and Scott Walker, has the job been done? It hasn't. I just saw on the timing screen that gap come down to about 2 tenths. And Jesper Eriksson ahead as well with Jose Martins. It's just every battle involves some sort of Bentley this evening.
It feels like it, doesn't it? Not seen any major bad rejoins tonight, which is great.
Only
so
as
far,
well,
anyway.
in comparison to last night's 88 incidents.
Oh, Luis Fernandez is caught right up to Zakanski. And they've got 2 back markers ahead.
This could change the championship.
Blue flags are out from the stewards.
We didn't think about the other way round, Paul, and Sakinski's caught the grass as well. If Luis Fernandez can catch and overtake Fabio...
Is this the last lap, do we think, or do you think there's one more?
Where's the leader at the moment? I think there's going to be one more.
Yeah,
there will be. There will be one more.
Yeah, there'll be one more. Unless he slows down on purpose to bring it to an end.
But he's not. I don't think he's going to have the 8-second advantage to slow it down.
No, true.
But if Luis Fernandez can catch and overtake Fabio Sakinski, who is the pink Audi there just in front of him, then David Cox will win the championship.
He closes up in the braking zone there.
Oh, he had a great drive. That's a great drive from the Aston Martin.
And the thing is, he got the 2 back markers ahead. This is just... So you got Andras Batori and Marcus Heller, and then Keith Griffel slightly ahead of them.
Sakinski's wide. Sakinski was wide, and it's going to open the door up for Luis Fernandez going down the start-finish line. Leader starts the final lap of the race. This will decide the championship. If Luis Fernandez can overtake Fabio Sakinski... No, it won't. I've got so hyped for nothing, chat. Luis Fernandez isn't even in his class, Paul. I've got so hyped for nothing.
Oh, yeah, we've not even spotted. Oh, no, he's going to go to the back of him. Oh, no.
I got so hyped. I've just thrown a water bottle across the room in anger. Chat. Chat, what is happening? I can't
Dan needs a break. Dan needs a break.
I'm so glad it's the last round. I was getting so hyped. It's getting so hyped. But anyway, Kevin Campbell has had a stellar race at the front. He's opened that gap up to 10 seconds.
He has. He has. The battle for 6th and 7th is still close.
We will go back there in a second. Just going to appreciate Kevin on his final lap of TCS 5. As he comes through the chicane for the last time, he's going to end this final 1-hour race.
Oh, Wang is all over the back of Walker. It was, but timing board. Something's happened. Something must have happened. He was really close, and now he's not close.
Over pushing, I expect. As Kevin rounds the final corner, flashes of the lights, takes the double point victory. Does Kevin Campbell at Imola this evening. Great drive from him. David Cox had it all to do this evening. Had to rely on others, had to rely on himself, and got a little bit greedy, and that's what's cost him essentially the championship win.
Wang goes to make the move into the first corner, and he gets past, but he outbrakes himself and ends up off the track. So yeah, he had a great run on Walker down the start-finish straight. So gave it a shot.
Esposito off, Taylor, Fernandez, Esposito all crossed the line then, and then we've got the battle towards the back.
10-second penalty for 108 just come in, which is chattery.
But I think, chat, the championship winner is Fabio Sakinski. I could be wrong, but in my head, Sakinski is the championship winner in that pink FS Racing 777 Audi. I think. We're going to have to wait for it to go to the steward's desk. Steward's desk? The split manager's desk, sorry, to decide the double point stat. I don't even know anymore. I'm so angry about my overhypeness. Chat, I've allowed them to do donuts this evening.
It's a rub, yeah.
There we go. We've got some donuts, chat. I mean, a donut rate out of 10. We're going to come back to us now, Paul. Just so you can stop picking your nose.
I'm always picking my nose.
Oh, I'm in the wrong Discord window.
Well done, DT.
No one can see your face. Oh, no, you've not got your webcam on. It's well done, Paul Glover.
Oh, hold on a second.
There we go. No, it's coming. It's nearly there. Let's type out the podium quickly.
Why is that not working?
I don't know. Everyone can see your display picture.
I can see it on my side. So let me try turning it off and on again.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
That's
there we
weird,
go.
isn't
He's
it?
back.
He's back. Yeah, hello everybody. Hello. Yeah.
Oh,
That
I
was-
can't even
that
do
was
the
a solid
podium
race.
because everyone's left.
Oh no.
People have left the server.
Where was Camberley, Cox, Fernandez, Sikansky, Taylor, Espito? I don't know what classes they
Sikansky.
were though.
Louis Fernandez.
Was third overall.
Jack
Sikansky
Taylor.
was fourth overall. Was fifth overall.
Pedro. I think I've got the top 5 of each class now. Top 3 of each class. Podium names on. Oh, there we go. The podium names are on. Driver of the day. Let me have a little look. I'm going to pick this week. I'll tell you what
Well,
I'm
it's
going
got
to
to
give
be
it
Roundtree, isn't it? Well, he's not in top
to.
10.
No,
is
he's
he?
not in top
So-
10. I know I'm going to give it to. I was going to give it to someone else, but I've changed my mind last minute. There we go. Kevin Camberley's going to get driver of the day this evening. And that's it. That's it for the season. We've got to wait for the scoreboard to update. So just tell us, I mean, you've only joined us for this evening, Paul. So tell us what your thoughts are of the season as a whole. For what you've caught on stream when you've not been working to what you've seen out in the world this evening. Basically,
Yeah,
Phil for
same,
5 minutes while I set up Stream Racer. Yeah, cool. Cheers.
Yeah. Some solid racing. I haven't caught every single race this season, but what I have seen, it's been some good stuff and some names that I don't recognise as well. So it's good to see some new blood, so to speak, in the in ACCSS. It's good to see that the standard tonight was better than what we saw in the bronze, which is exactly what should be the case, really. You know, like I think in the bronze, I think the challenge you have there is that there's quite a disparity sometimes between the fastest and the slowest guys. We're talking 7 seconds last night, as where tonight you haven't really got that, and there was quite a nice midfield battle. And that's the thing, guys. It's not, when I race, it's not necessarily about where you finish. It's what, like, if you've had a great battle for 18th, you've had a great battle for 18th, and I think tonight across the field we saw some battles all over the track, which is great to see. It's great entertainment, and I'm sure the drivers enjoyed themselves. A couple of drivers probably need to learn to brake a little bit earlier, you know, lift a little bit earlier if you're following another car. Just because you're behind another car and you're faster doesn't necessarily give you the right to brake later than them. It's not, you know, that's not necessarily means you're going to get past them. You can still lift and brake a little bit earlier and still be faster than the car ahead. You know, your cars are sometimes go through phases where the tyres are feeling better than the car ahead. So
Yeah, it's all well and good, and we can now go over while we wait for the championship table to update to the Stream Racer party, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to ACCSimSeries, to take part, you need to type !race in the chat. That'll get you put onto the scoreboards. So get your !races in the chat.
what do I do now? I don't know
So
that.
if you type, no, you just type in the chat !race. You don't need the app. If you want different fancy cars, you type you get the app. T-calls, that's not how you spell. There we go. He's fixed it. !race in the chat. Then guys, when we get to 20, I'll start the countdown. We get an extra 5 or 6. There we go. We'll start the countdown. Are you in, Paul?
I mean, what am I doing exactly?
You just you watch, you learn, you appreciate. Minute to go if you want to join. !race in the chat. The track is called Low. It's like LOL without the L. We wait for the championship standings to update in the background. Guys, if you want, you can get yourself in on the lounge chat. I think some of the guys are over there at the moment. So get yourself involved.
Grab a drink.
Yeah, grab a drink, grab a beer. Thank you very much for the sub. I saw Rico subbed. Greg followed. T-calls has subbed as well. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to be very rude in the background. I'm going to put football on as well.
I've already got it on. Arsenal, Liverpool, it's 0-0.
Yeah, I know. I'll just put it on. I'll put it on over your face, unfortunately. 3 seconds. I forgot about it. Then Gemma just texted me about that she's watching football. New track. I've never seen this track before. So if you've never seen this, Paul, on the left-hand side is the leaderboards. It's the first one to cross the line wins. Have I got controls? I have. Oh, I have. It's this. It's this. So Bruce Oose is in the lead. We go up, down the bumpy parts. Where's the music gone? Where's the sound gone? Glove pops off. He's off. He's off on the sidelines. No. Badger's in the lead. Adam Rayner's coming up in behind. Doesn't make the jump.
It's about the only thing he's going to win.
Oh, there's carnage at the bottom of the hill. I mean, there's carnage underneath the hill over here. There's loads of drivers stuck down on this part. Badger's gone flying. Bruce Oose comes round the corners. Walker's... Where's Badger? Badger's over there. Bruce Oose has sent himself flying into the river. I mean, I don't even know who's in the lead anymore. Bruce Oose, that's a massive track cut from Bruce Oose. It's going to take so much speed going into the back part of the track. We've got some Doge billboards. I mean, they've really invested some time into this game. What else have we got? I don't even know.
Oh, Dogecoin.
Yeah, it's got some Doge billboards. We've got something like that.
No, Dodge.
It's Doge. The crowd are still going crazy. We've got something else over there. We've got Mona Lisa. Anyway, let's get back to the racing. Where's Bruce Oose? Here he is. Oh, he's about to win. Bruce Oose has won the race 1-1 then. Norberg, if you can give me a nod in the chat when the standings are up to date. We'll just keep doing some stream races till the standings are ready to go. Bruce Oose has won. Walker Sco is second. Adam Rayner is third. Liverpool have just scored. Stuff you, Robbie Dunn.
Oh, they have, yeah.
I missed it. Looks like it was Jota that scored.
Looks like I've lost.
Oh, let's have a little look at the goal.
Not lost.
We'll wait for this to finish up. Oh, it's a great... Oh, that's a great goal. It's a great goal. Chat, it's a worldie. Alexander Arnold, best right back in English football. Should have played for England over the international break. Sorry. We've gone completely off track here. What a cross. What a header. What a header, Paul. Anyway, next race.
Oh, that is... Yeah, that was a powerful header. Great ball in as well.
Next race. Moving on. We've got the hype up. Exclamation mark race in the chat. If you want to join in race number 2. $20 drivers. We're at 20. We'll start. Jason, you need to put exclamation mark in front of that race, my friend, and that'll put you in. The music's banging in this game as well, by the way.
Can't hear it.
Can you not?
No.
Can the chat hear it? Chat, can you hear the music?
Yeah, they can hear it. Yeah, they can hear it. It's in chat. Yeah, but I can't hear it coming from you to me. So I just hear you.
You hear my sultry tones with my brand new microphone.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Is it the one that you're now in stereo with? Yeah.
Yep. I'm now in both ears. Coming in 360 surround sound. sound like an 80s DJ. Coming at ya. Bit of Backstreet Boys next on the mic. I still remember season 1 where we introduced. I think Steve introduced us into Bass Hunter in the Stream Racer party. He was like, "What's this game?" I was like, "You just have banging tunes in the background while the game just generates a race for you." Is that okay? Bruce Oose off to a flyer again. Oh, they're boosted early, boys. Premature a boostulation there from a whole pack of cars. You love that. Has that tickled you? Has that tickled you, that one?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. You've not, have you? Oh, you did do. Oh no, we didn't do a stream party last season, did we? And that was our season together. You don't know what I'm like in this. I just go nuts in Stream Racer. I love it. It's a great game. Better than ACC. Better than Italian game design. We're going to have a Stream Racer Championship, I think. Alex McGuigan smacking into the barrels. He's still in the lead. LL Coolfish. Is that like a marketed, like dumbed down version of LL Cool J? There's some cones there, Alice. You need to watch out for them cones and the camera. Great camera. Let's see what this camera can see. They'll pretend to be the camera, chat. Scott, I imagine that's you in the chat. As walks go. Hashtag exclamation mark send it.
Oh, there's a bit of a...
Someone... Who was that? Booted me out the way.
My car's stuck.
I'm glad you're stuck, Michelle 059. You just booted me off the track.
Yeah, and Adam's stuck. That's back, like, Adam's real driving, that is.
I'm in third, boys. Alice McGuigan. Oh, she got stuck at the end.
Oh, Terry's fallen down to fourth.
Alice is stuck on the home stretch.
No. Oh, no, Alice.
And little Hello Crawfish has got stuck as well. Alex McGuigan wins race number 2 in the Stream Racer party. And I'm going to come in second, chat.
Liverpool are 2-0 up.
Are they?
Through the legs of the keeper.
Oh, you're ahead of me on chat. I'm on 67.43. What are you on?
Yep.
68.41.
Oh.
Yeah, Salah.
Oh, go on. Go on.
My
Come
brother
on,
won't
chat.
be happy. He's an Arsenal fan. So
second in Stream Racer. And Liverpool score a second goal. I might need to start being quiet soon. My neighbours might not get a bit frustrated. Alice McQuicken coming in.
They had to have a word with you before, have they, Dan?
No, they haven't. They're quite nice, my next door neighbours. I have warned them that I do this stuff on a weekend, and they're fine with it. Exclamation mark race in the chat.
At least you warned them.
Exclamation mark race in the chat. We'll start it at 20 drivers. I'm going to check the standings on SGP, see if they've been updated yet.
You'd hope the man you're giving the job to do that would do.
It depends. Oh no, you've got to wait for the server to close, and the server hasn't closed yet. So, if you really want to see more racing, though, support race Sunday, the finale next week. We have been running a tally in the background. And we have got a little points table in there as well. So if you want to earn some points,
points mean prizes.
Support race Sundays tomorrow. It's GT4, Porsche Cup Car, and Lamborghini ST all on the track together. You can sign up to that race on SGP now if you're interested. Get yourself on the action with Gareth and Mihai tomorrow night. I'm losing my voice here, Paul. This SGP needs to update.
Definitely needs to update.
Oh, we got a night race, Paul. We got a night race.
Whoa.
LL Coolfish has noticed a long straight and gone for... I don't think this is a premature boostulation here. These guys have, though. Bruce Oosh, Badger, Oberline, Teakles. Oh, who's that? Racing Red. How is ACCSimSeries over here already?
I don't know.
Stupid account. LL Coolfish looking to get a little bit stuck. Has not moved in a while. It's been swarmed. He has got stuck. Oh, no, he's not. He's in the lead still. He's just going... It's a little figure 8 section. Little figure 8. Alice McGuigan there, leader, winner of race number 2.
My car got spun round into the
You're
stand.
not having a good old time tonight, are you?
No,
Felipe
no.
Sick has put
Someone
himself
just
in
boosted without... I just got taken out as I went to cross the junction. Brilliant.
LL Coolfish. Where are you, Mr. Cool? Oh, there you are. You're over here. Andy Bahan, Bruce Oos, Badger 303, Oberline, Your top 5 so far. Coolfish looking to dominate. Oh, this is the long track. I remember this. I remember this from our previous escapades. Do 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 do. There's some great music in this, by the way. Honestly,
I can't hear it, so I can't appreciate it. So I think I'm last. Yes, I come around the back there. I'm last, aren't I? Yeah.
Where's that? Oh, Andy Bahan's in the lead at the moment. Andy Bahan's out in the lead.
Oh,
I've lost him. I've got too much going on. There's too many screens, Paul. He's over here.
no, I'm not last anymore, which is good to see.
It's good.
I'm going to get taken out across this junction again, aren't I? That's what's going to happen.
Oh, you're near me by the looks of it. Let's have a little look. Yeah, I think you've just bin me off, mate, into that billboard.
Probably
Andy
fair.
Andy Bahan. Oh, this is the jump that puts you in the crowd, chat. Don't want to be boosting here. As Andy Bahan's found out, I think everyone's going to end up there. Bruce, are you going up there? See you later, Bruce. Into the crowd. These have got to be the most death-defying seats in motorsport history. Everyone's getting involved. Look, I'm sat here. I'm just enjoying the view.
Who designed this bloody track?
I'm enjoying myself. Oh, there's a car! Ah, there's another car! Oh, he's dead.
Track.
Oh, it's a four-way coming in next, boys. Oh, Fowling's gone. Oh, carnage.
Oh.
Where's the leader? Andy Bahan over here. Andy Bahan's off the track by the looks of it. Opening the door for Bruce Oos. Bruce Oos also off the track.
Oh, there's another jump that's causing mayhem, I feel. Yeah, there it is.
Walker, where are you going, son? Bear of the CTV. Flying into the distance. Andy Bahan, where have you gone, my friend? There you are. Yeah, this is like the marathon, not a sprint race, this is. Oh, the championship's finished. Norberg, if you're listening, the championship's closed on SGP, so you can add your extra points.
Do your job.
Good man. We'll finish this race up, chat, and then we'll head over to the championship standings. I'll tell you what, we'll do one more. We'll do one more just to give Nicholas some time to make it work. Andy Bahan then taking race number 3. Actually, we'll see how long it takes for this goes to swap over. Bruce Oos second. Tickle stills it with Oberlin hitting the wall.
Oh.
There's your top 5 then, chat. It says scroll for more, but I can't scroll, so... Give Norberg a chance to update the standings, and we head over to us. We'll finish on 3 races. That's a nice fair number of Stream Racer. We'll wait for this one to kick over, and then we'll come back to our wonderful faces, Paul, as we take you guys through the championship standings. I'm just going to cover them up quickly so that no one can see them. Hopefully not share any passwords as well. Alice McGuigan coming in last there by the looks of it.
Oh, Alice. Disappointing.
Exclamation mark Bruce in the chat. Oh no, we've still got J to J out on track.
Oh, there you go, Alice. You're not last.
There we go, Andy Bahan. normal a subscriber. Normal a subscriber. Look at that. I didn't know it did that. That's new as well. Shows you your subscriber. Oh, Alice McGuigan is actually last on the standings. Shame.
Oh,
Anyway,
Alice.
chat, let's go back to our wonderful faces.
Alice, who the is Alice?
We'll keep the music on in the background though, yeah? We'll keep the music on the background, chat. Even though Paul can't hear it, so he can't rave along with us. Uncle Kevinson, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. I'm just waiting for Norberg to give me the nod that he's done the standings. And then we can show you guys where we finish up. And just to prove, I've been on water all evening. Water. See? Oh, that way.
Looks like vodka to me.
Yeah, sure. What has Aubameyang done to his hair, by the way?
Oh, it looks terrible, doesn't it? So somebody I know works for Arsenal Football Club, and she does some of the
Name
media
drop.
stuff, and follow her on Instagram. I know her because she's a Charlton fan. That's how I know her. Anyway, and she posted she does a lot of the press day stuff with the players.
Look at it.
And
So
I-
Rob, yeah.
It looks terrible. It looks awful. It really does. It's not good. Not a good look. I nearly text my brother going, "What has he done to his hair?" But because he's an Arsenal fan, so yeah.
Oh, there we go. They are on there. The points are up there. So we'll go over to the championship table now, and we can show you the winners and the losers. We'll start at Tier 4. Alejandro Shirabal takes Tier 4 championship with Jack Taylor in second, and Pedro Fernandez beating his brother Louis to third. So the top three there: Taylor, Fernandez, Taylor, Shirabal. Well done. We're going to see you guys in potentially in Tier 3 or Gold next season, depending on where you fit with your evaluation data. And then we've got the rest of them: Louis Fernandez and Bamba Washe, Scott Walker, Brian Dow. Great turnout for Scott in 6th overall. Martin Cube, Gino, Wang, Wilson, Birch, Rayner. Interesting to see Ray Birch actually finishing higher than Adam Rayner this season. And then we've got the rest of the guys towards the bottom of the leaderboard. And let's go have a look at the big one then. Let's go have a look at Tier 3. Fabio Sakinski wins the championship by 3 points, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
So he takes the championship with 4 wins over David Cox's 3 wins by 3 points. That is the tightest I think we've ever seen in ACCSS history. That's a great driving from those two. Very, very consistent. Can't wait to see how they perform in Gold next season. Michelle Esposito picks up 3rd. Alvin Strom 4th. Even look at that, a point between promotion as well. That is crazy. A point between. There's only 9 points between David Long in 6th and Esposito in 3rd. That is so close.
That is tight, isn't it? But it was looking tight anyway before
Certainly
the
was.
race, wasn't it? So yeah, not surprising really.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much. That's going to be it for this evening. That is going to be, we'll leave that overall. We'll put the overall standings up there. We see Fabio and David at the top with Chirabal behind.
I can hear them all going, oh,
that's it this evening. No, thank you very much, chat, for being with us all season. Thanks for being with me as well while I've been on my Tods. And then thank you, Paul, for joining us this evening to bring the sexiest man in esports back to the Saturday night TV screens.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you. I'll see you on Monday night, chat. Monday night, 5 o'clock UTC, 6 o'clock UK time for our Season 6 announcement and changes. All coming to you 6 o'clock. It'll only be a short stream, about 15 minutes tops, most likely. And join tomorrow night for the Gold Split finale with Gareth Ronda and Mihai as they take you through the support race finale and then the finale of the Gold Split as well. Thank you very much. We shall see you next time. My name's been Dan Terry. I've been with Paul Glover. And we've been ACCSimSeries Season 5. Good night.
Cheerio.
Ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero. With fearless thoughts, emotions swirl.